Jacqueline, this preliminary hearing, it is a lengthy one. I just came out of the courtroom, ran downstairs for this live shot. I can tell you what's happening right now. Inside the courtroom, inside the Montgomery County Courthouse here, 7 of the 9 defendants in this case have been present for this preliminary hearing. It's being done via video. So while the defendants are not in the courtroom with us, their family members are.
You know what, like, you guys got a lot to say.
Some tense words and moments between family members of the men accused in a shooting outside a West Norriton Wawa. The shooting happened October 17th at night, injuring half a dozen people at the store. Police say 9 members of the Pagan Motorcycle Gang surrounded members of the Unknown Riders, a rival biker gang whose members were at the gas pumps. In court today, a Montgomery County detective assigned to the case testified the altercation began when the Pagans showed up. He says there is evidence of shots fired, punches thrown, and people dragged. 2 of the victims shot were bystanders. He also stated the Pagan bikers drove into the Wawa in such a fashion to surround members of the Unknown Riders. He testified there's surveillance video of the Pagan bikers traveling together in a pack down Main Street in Norristown, a mile from the Wawa. He testified about cell phone records putting Pagan members at the scene of the shooting. 7 defense attorneys were present for the hearing, objecting dozens of times over the course of the day to testimony they claimed was hearsay. The judge usually overruled the argument, letting the prosecution continue with questioning. Attorneys for George Swank and Eric Rosenberger did not appear today, so the judge said those 2 would have their preliminary hearing at another time. The father of one defendant, Jason Lawless, shared this with us during a brief courtroom break.
If you want my story, I don't think my kid did anything. That's my story.
That's it. That's right.
Happening now inside the courthouse, an expert on gangs is on the stand. We are expecting closing arguments soon. At that time, we're expecting to hear from the judge.
I came into contact with somebody from one of the big 4, ended up becoming kind of a mentor to me. He's now a member of our club.
Man, when I first saw my first Hell's Angel standing there, I was like, that's what I want to be, man.
If you're running a 3-piece, just like you know, it is truly an outlaw standard. Doesn't make you a 1%er, but it makes you an outlaw.
This is what I believe in, you know, and it was awesome to see that my brothers believed in me.
It's the wolf leading the sheep, man. You know, the sheep need to open their eyes because they're about to walk off the cliff where the whole other pack of wolves are at the bottom.
If you were getting your lunch money taken before you put them rags on, if they catch you by yourself, they're going to take your lunch money again.
I try to be around the guys and hang out with them as much as possible and get to know them, because that's really what it's about.
The Hells Angels are being arraigned.
One man was stabbed in the chest, another was knocked out, who faced criminal charges, including charges of hate crimes as well as gang allegations. One defendant faces an attempted murder charge, so this certainly appears to be a widespread investigation.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about this Wawa shooting and a bunch of other things. We got a bunch of topics to talk about. We're going to talk about Altamont, the Speedway, or the concert, right? Let me make sure I get that right. The Rolling Stones concert that happened on December 6th, 1969. The anniversary is yesterday, where Meredith, I believe the name was Meredith Hunter, was it Hunter? Was killed by the alleged Hells Angels, and we're going to talk about that situation. We're going to talk about a bunch of different things. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that watches this show. We are getting a lot of eyes on the show, and I couldn't be happier. I got my award yesterday. Shout out to the Hall of Fame, the MMAM Hall of Fame. I did get the award yesterday. Shout out to everybody involved with that. I want to give a shout out to Danny Emmett. I want to give a shout out to Don McGuire, Brenda Spinks, Leon Spinks' wife. I got an award next to Leon Spinks' wife. Can you believe that? Joe Cortez, absolute legend. Nate Wren, shout out to Nate Wren. Shout out to everybody involved with the Hall of Fame yesterday. I'll show you guys some pictures. It was a virtual Hall of Fame. That's Danny Emmett. He was on America's Got Talent, if you guys don't know. This is Joe Cortez. There was tons of people there. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Shout out to Juanita Cap for even involving me. It's honor and a blessing to be involved. It's a great honor to get that award. It's incredible. It shows that all the hard work is really starting to pay off. And shout out to everybody that got an award yesterday. It's crazy. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. We got some crazy videos to look at. We got a bunch of things to talk about. Shout out to everyone that watches this show. We just hit another milestone. We passed 21,500 subscribers. We just hit 21,000 or 20,600 subscribers, and it keeps on going up, and it's not going to stop. Thank you to everybody, even if you hate. I appreciate you too. You are very important. So sit in the back, don't comment, and we'll all have a great time. So if you guys don't know, this is Jimmy. He is 1/3, I guess 1/3 we'll say, of the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood. And guess what? I interviewed Jimmy. Oh, yes, I interviewed Jimmy. That interview is going to be dropping this week, so stay tuned for that. He lets me know a lot of information, and I bring it to you guys. So look forward for that one. And tonight at 10 o'clock, the alleged victim speaks in the Mikey Cup incident. So if you guys aren't aware of who Mikey Cup is, he is the founder of the Brothers East or Beast Motorcycle Club out of Texas. It's a pretty well-known motorcycle club. He's in prison right now for alleged trafficking, and his alleged victim speaks. So she tells me her story. It's a 3-part series. So tonight, part 1's dropping. If you want to watch part 1 right now, you can watch it on Members. Part 2 will be up today on Members. And then we got more of Mike Lynch, former Fresno president for the Hells Angels. I want to give a shout out to the Hells Angels over there on the West Coast. They're doing a toy drive for the kids. They gave out some bikes and stuff. I think it was the Dago chapter of the Hells Angels gave out a bunch of different things to the kids out there. So shout out to them for doing that. Hey, Hardwire, what's going on? Let me give some shout outs before we get started. Craig, what's good? Jimmy Mack, how you doing? Larry, what's good? Sending prayers. Demo, how are you? Rah-Rah's in the building. Ken, what's good? Jimmy, Jim Silver, shout out to Ontario. Hardwire's in the building. Carney, what's going on, Carney? So, in other sad news, I was supposed to interview a former Hells Angel, Dago, and he passed away this morning. So, I mean, obviously that's not going to happen. I have some voice notes that he sent me, and we had conversations and things like that, but it sucks because I was going to interview him yesterday, and he passed away this morning. So I'm sending prayers and condolences to his family. Terrible. It's just, it's terrible. Hey, Mr. Mackey, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Drugs are bad, gang. Shout out to you, man. So today is the anniversary of the Rolling Stones concert, the free concert in Altamont Speedway. And this happened yesterday, right? So long ago. December 6th, 1969, Altamont Speedway, the day the music turned dark in the summer of 1969, had given the world Woodstock, sprawling, muddy miracle, peace, and music seemed to embody the counterculture's dream. Just 4 months later, on December 6, 1969, the Altamont Speedway Free Festival in California was intended to be the West Coast counterpart, but instead it became a nightmare. And what was meant to be a celebration of music and community ended up in chaos and violence and death. That's crazy. Insane. So we're going to talk about that and what happened on this day. So the Rolling Stones had just completed their American tour, and they wanted to close it with a grand gesture, a free concert for all their fans. The idea was hastily conceived, inspired by Woodstock's success, and the venue shifted multiple times before settling on Altamont Speedway, a racetrack east of San Francisco, only days before the event. The lineup was stellar. Santana, Jeff Airplane, Flying Burrito Brothers, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and the Rolling Stones. The promise was a free festival featuring some of the era's greatest acts, but the rushed planning, lack of infrastructure, and questionable security arrangements set a stage for disaster. The Hells Angels were doing security. Perhaps the most infamous decision was their hiring of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club to provide security. Accounts differ on the arrangement. Some say they were paid $500 worth of beer, and others claimed it was a more formal deal. But results were the same. It was a vital mix of alcohol and aggression and authority. The stage itself was only 4 feet high, leaving performers exposed to surging crowds. As tension mounted, the Angels responded with fists, pool cues, and intimidation. What might have been a manageable situation with professional security became a powder keg, because these guys just were there to, protect the band. And I mean, I don't know how much, I don't know how many times they did this before, you know what I'm saying? But they were there to protect the band, and things started getting out of hand, and stuff started going crazy. Everyone knows what happened. So, during the Under My Thumb 18-year-old Meredith Hunter approached the stage, accounts he was probably under the influence and visibly carrying a revolver. I mean, come on, that's not a good thing. You can't be carrying a revolver up to the stage. As he moved closer, the Hells Angels intervened. In full view of the crowd, Hunter was stabbed and beaten to death. The incident was captured on film in a documentary, Grim Shelter, forever etched in the horrors of rock history. Hunter's death was the most shocking of the day, but it wasn't the only tragedy. One man drowned in a drainage canal. 2 men were killed in a hit-and-run accident. Amidst the chaos, 2 babies were born. Altamont was a surreal mix of life, death, joy, and terror. It remains one of the most infamous decisions in rock history. The police, a crowd of nearly 300,000 at Altamont Speedway, the Rolling Stones agreed to pay the Hells Angels, not in cash, but in beer, $500 worth of it. It seemed like a casual arrangement, quickly spiraled into a disaster. Alcohol fueled and armed and with intimidation, the Angels turned the stage into a battleground. Mick Jagger was punched in the face before even reaching the stage. He pleaded with the crowd to stop fighting as Angels surged across the platform. Jefferson Airplane's Marty Bullen was knocked unconscious. 1 man drowned. 2 were killed in a hit and run. An 18-year-old Meredith Hunter was fatally stabbed in front of the band. Another concert goer was dragged onto the stage and mauled. Beer for security. The deal became a symbol of Altamont's reckless improvisations. The decision that left the Rolling Stones haunted and left them scared. What was meant to be a safeguard, the music unleashed violence that forever changed the legacy of the 60s. So if you guys don't know, allegedly, now this is all allegedly, the Hells Angels put a hit out on Mick Jagger over this whole situation because they wanted to get paid for the situation. So allegedly he paid them. That's who knows? It could be a rumor, could be false information, I don't know. But that's what I hear. I hear that he paid them in order not to the day the music died, Vegan Cannibal says. How much beer was that? $500 worth of beer in 1969? That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I think the dude was wrong for going up to the stage with a gun. What do you guys think? I mean, you just don't do that. You just don't go up to a stage with a fucking gun. You don't do it. Alberta, what's going on? Shout out to Alberta. You guys are in a deep freeze up there. It's getting worse. By Wednesday this week, it'll be 17 up to negative 45 with the wind chill factors. Fuck me. Holy shit. That's crazy, man. I was just a little shit, 1 year old in 1969. I wasn't even a thought in 1969. I was born in 79. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Thunder Bay. Woodstock brought more people together. Hold on 1 second. Woodstock brought more people together than Altamont did, but it ended in tragedy. You guys know it all ended in tragedy. And hey, what are you gonna do? Getting old, Staxx. 46 years old. I'll be 47. You get more wisdom as it goes along, right? We'll see what happens with that. But anyway, today we're talking about the shooting that happened over there at the Wawa in Pennsylvania. This was an insane situation. As you guys know, 9 people, or I think it was 9 or 7 people will stand trial for this situation, but 9 people were arrested. I don't know why all 9 are standing trial, but that situation's unfolding. As you know, they went to court, and we're going to talk about it. The Pagans bikers held for trial in Wawa shooting allegedly sparked a rivalry between 2 outlaw motorcycle clubs. Members of the Pagans Outlaw Motorcycle Club targeted 2 members of a rival club at the Wawa store in West Norriton this fall. Let's see here. Hold on a second. All right. 7 men ordered to stand trial on charges in connection with the Wawa shooting. So my question is, what happens if they want to take a plea agreement? What happens if they want to take a plea agreement and they're like, listen, I want to take responsibility for whatever I did, and they want to take a plea agreement? Are they not letting them take a plea agreement? Is that how this goes? Because I know that if you go to trial and you lose, you're able to put in an appeal, and that's a good thing. You're able to put in an appeal if you get convicted and sentenced to whatever time it is. You can put in an appeal and get out of prison on bond or whatever it is because you didn't plead guilty. But if you plead guilty, it's a little different. So does anybody know what's up with that? Are they able to take a plea agreement? So this is in West Norriton. 7 members of the Pagans Motorcycle Club have been ordered to stand trial on the charges in connection with a shootout in the parking lot of a Montgomery County Wawa. Prosecutors showed a video Friday of 9 members of the Pagans Outlaw Motorcycle Club pulling into the West Norriton Wawa on Main Street on Trooper Road around 9 p.m. October 17th, surrounding 2 members of the unknown motorcycle club. At least 14 shots were fired. No one was killed, and that is a miracle that no one was killed. I mean, they're in that close proximity, then it just goes to show that they don't want to kill each other, right? Because people would be gone if that was the case. If people intended for other people not to be around anymore, then they wouldn't be around anymore. It's blatantly obvious. So no one was killed in the situation, but 6 people were wounded, including 2 innocent, uninvolved bystanders. And that is a huge, huge deal. That puts a major spotlight on this situation. You had a guy filling his air up at the pump, and he got shot in the face. So, I mean, it's just terrible. A man was putting air in his tires when he was hit in the face. And a woman was smoking a cigarette near the door's entrance when she was shot in the side. During the continuous 7-hour preliminary hearing in Montgomery County, detectives testified that 13 of the 14 shell casings recovered at the scene came from the same gun carried by the unknowns. Wait, what? So the bullets came from the same gun carried by the unknowns? Says prosecutors said that they have a permit to carry and acted in self-defense. Holy shit. Damn. Defense attorneys argued that there's no evidence of any pagans causing any injuries, and arguing provided that the unknown fired 13 of the 14 shots. Wow, that changes a lot of things here, huh? Don't you guys think? I did not know that. So none of these pagans even shot anybody. And they're in prison right now for a shootout. But they're saying that they didn't shoot anybody. It says right here. It says during the 7-hour preliminary hearing, Montgomery County detectives testified that the 13 of the 14 shell casings recovered came from the guns carried by the unknowns. Prosecutors said they had a permit to carry and acted in self-defense. Defense attorneys argue that there's no evidence of any pagans causing any injuries, arguing that it proved by the unknowns firing 13 of the 14 known shots. The prosecutors argued every pagan knew what was happening as they pulled into the parking lot. The unknowns acted in self-defense, and they had permits to carry firearms. All charges, including aggravated assault, riot, and reckless endangerment, were held till trial. 2 other pagans, George Seawick, 51, and Eric Rosenberg, 46, are charged, but lawyers didn't show. Their preliminary hearings will be rescheduled. And I'm not going to read all these names, but so that, I think this case is going to end up getting dropped. What do you guys think? So what happened was, allegedly, these pagans roll into the parking lot and they get shot allegedly by the unknown bikers. And then they get charged with assault. It's crazy. So what do you guys think? I think this case is going to end up getting dropped, or they're going to plead out to some really minute charges, but I don't think these charges are going to stick. What do you guys think? They do. It's on video. It is on video. They're not releasing it to the public. Hey, Crazy Chuck, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Doug, what's good? Yes, it is on video, but they're not releasing it to the public. Yeah, I mean, they got it out. They got it out for these clubs pretty bad. You really do, Staxx. Wisdom. You get more bit of understanding before you punch someone in the teeth. 100%, man. You got to be very careful on what you do nowadays, especially with the internet. People do stupid shit. They make threats. They do this. They do that. Everything's being recorded. Everything, you know? And I'm so glad I'm not a part of that world. I'm not in a motorcycle club. Never wanted to be. Never claimed to be. Like a lot of these people out here. So there's a lot of fakers out here that claim to be something they're not. But hey, that's them. I'm a civilian. You guys be gangsters. I'll be a civilian. Okay? I got no time for bullshit. But anyway, there's a bunch of different cases we're going to talk about. Let's take another look at that newscast.
Jacqueline, this preliminary hearing, it is a lengthy one. I just came out of the courtroom, ran downstairs for this live shot. I can tell you what's happening right now. Inside the courtroom, inside the Montgomery County Courthouse here, 7 of the 9 defendants in this case have been present for this preliminary hearing. It's being done via video. So while the defendants are not in the courtroom with us, their family members are.
You know what? Like, you guys got a lot to say.
Some tense words and moments between family members of the men accused in a shooting outside a West Norriton Wawa. The shooting happened October 17th at night, injuring half a dozen people at the store. Police say 9 members of the Pagan Motorcycle Gang surrounded members of the Unknown Riders, a rival biker gang whose members were at the gas pumps. In court today, a Montgomery County detective assigned to the case testified the altercation began when the Pagans showed up. He says there is evidence of shots fired, punches thrown, and people dragged. 2 of the victims shot were bystanders. He also stated the Pagan bikers drove into the Wawa in such a fashion to surround members of the Unknown Riders. He testified there's surveillance video of the Pagan bikers traveling together in a pack down Main Street in Norristown, a mile from the Wawa. He testified about cell phone records putting Pagan members at the scene of the shooting. 7 defense attorneys were present for the hearing, objecting dozens of times over the course of the day to testimony they claimed was hearsay. The judge usually overruled the argument, letting the prosecution continue with questioning. Attorneys for George Swank and Eric Rosenberger did not appear today, so the judge said those 2 would have their preliminary hearing at another time. The father of one defendant, Jason Lawless, shared this with us during a brief courtroom break.
If you want my story, I don't think my kid did anything. That's my story.
That's it.
Happening now inside the courthouse, an expert on gangs is on the stand. We are expecting closing arguments soon. At that time, we're expecting to hear from the judge.
You guys think of that situation? It's crazy. It's not looking good. They got video. They got all kinds of shit going on. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Make sure you check out Patreon. There's a lot of exclusive content over there. I'm going to be uploading a bunch of videos today, so stay tuned. Strap up your bootstraps and get ready because it's about to get real. So we got a bunch of other things to talk about today. There was a shooting over there in Florida. We're going to talk about that. Let's see here. So here's another case, right? Tampa driver arrested for DUI manslaughter after deadly motorcycle crash. Tampa, Florida. A Tampa driver was arrested Saturday morning for DUI manslaughter after a deadly motorcycle crash on Country Line Road, east of Grand Hampton Drive. Tampa Police Department said Marcus Green, 50 years old, is identified as the one driving a Nissan Rogue, was exhibiting signs of impairment. The crash happened around 2:30 a.m. when a man was riding a 2012 Kawasaki motorcycle eastbound on Country Line Road East, approaching Grand Hampton Drive. Police said Green was heading westbound when he attempted to make a southbound turn onto Grand Hampton Drive. However, Tampa police said he violated the motorcycle's right of way, causing the man to hit the front of his Nissan Rogue. The motorcyclist was taken to the hospital where he died of his injuries. That's a sad situation. Let me see. I'll show you guys a picture of this guy. So this is him right here. He's the one that was driving the Rogue when he hit the guy and killed him. Mountain Woman, how you doing? Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. Snap, what's going on? You guys are all great, man. I appreciate every single one of you. We got a lot of good things going on right now. I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon. I'm going to give you guys some money because you guys have been so loyal to me, and I want to give back to you guys, especially around the holiday season. So to enter to win this thing, basically all you got to do is share the video, comment, and keep watching. Share the video, comment, tag a couple friends, and keep watching. And I will I'll pick some random people and I'll send you guys some money. Maybe I'll do it on Cash App. If you like cash, keep watching because I'm definitely going to give away some cash to you guys. I want to give back to you guys. You guys have been there for me and I appreciate it. So it looks like Velcro Donnie popped back up on the scene. We're going to talk about him tomorrow. Velcro Donnie. Velcro Donnie popped his head back up. What do you know, Velcro Donnie? So we'll see what happens, right? Someone said, oh, yeah, you're going to let him do an interview? I told you, hey, the option's there. If you want to come on, explain yourself, that would be great. Yeah, that would be great. So if anyone out there has contact with Donnie, send them. Tell them, hit me up. Email me. Email's billstax2021@gmail.com. And I will give him an opportunity to explain himself. So hit me up. Thank you so much for gifting the membership. I appreciate that. I got a funny one for you guys. We're going to watch this right now. So as you guys know, there is fake Hell's Angel pages popping up where they're selling Hell's Angel merch. Let's take a look at this video. It's insane.
Rockwell.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. I'm Rodney. Like Scoob. What the fuck?
Nah, I thought you guys would like that one. Ruh-roh, Raggy. So stay tuned. A lot of great content on the way tonight, 10 o'clock. Don't miss
I'm
it.
Michaela Tomlinson. I am the alleged victim of the Mikey Cup situation. And I was explaining how it went because the way the Fed said it is not how it went. This is my interview on Chattin with Staxx.
Night, 10 o'clock. That one's dropping. If you want to watch it now, join the membership and you can watch it right now. Part 2 is going to drop right now. I'm going to be uploading it right now. So we got a lot of great content on the way. Merch is dropping. I think next week I'll be dropping a new line of merch. You guys are going to love this lineup. Guaranteed. So I hope you guys like this content. Tomorrow we're going to do a big show. Monday. Tomorrow's Monday, right? Yeah. Big show tomorrow, Monday. And I hope you guys tune in. It should be around 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 12 or 1 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I might give out some money tomorrow. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Remember, if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.